Guys, I'm so fucking excited for Smash!
Okay. Hello, everybody. I just thought I'd do some post-E3 wind-down discussion before getting started with anything. So with that, let's get that going. So, E3, huh? Pretty good year, all things considered. I know I liked it. At least, interestingly enough, the two shows that I decided to stream ended up being some of the more underwhelming portions of the season, but even then, I was still finding a lot of stuff that I was really looking forward to. I know a lot of people are kind of iffy on Death Stranding. It's like, what? It's just packages that you carry around. It looks so boring. I think it looks very cool, and I'm very excited to see it. I liked the look we got at Death Stranding, although I always would like more when it comes to that game. And of course, Smash Bros. Like, what the fuck, Smash Bros. Ultimate? Aw, man. I'm just happy that Corrin's back. No though, all the returning characters look great from Melee. Ridley is still unbelievable that he's actually here. Oh my god. I can't wait to get my hands on that. That looks like so much fun. I don't know. Like, even though it's like an upgrade in a lot of ways of what Smash 4 was, something about it is, it's just, you know? With Smash 4, for me, the way that game turned out to be, I just didn't sink as much time into it as I did with other Smash Bros. Games, you know, like I did with Brawl and like I did with Melee. Smash 4, you know, I liked it a lot, but I just didn't spend very much time with it, all things considered, and something wasn't there for me. And I think it was the stages, but given what Smash 5 is going to be now, you can turn off stage hazards. There was a ton of returning stages of things that I actually liked. Like the new, Congo Falls or whatever? The one with the DK wrap on it with, like, the Raging Rapids? That stage looks great. I'm gonna love that one in Smash Ultimate. Oh my god. It looks so good! Snake's ass, though, does need to get fixed, Sakurai. You seeing a couple bugs? Huh? You see a couple bugs during the Smash Invitational? How about you fix that one? First things first. I swear, if they do anything to Corrin's ass, there will be riots in the streets. But yeah, so Sony and Microsoft was really good. Still don't know how I feel about the new Fire Emblem, Three Houses. Gameplay-wise, it looks good. Art style-wise, it looks good, but I don't know. It seems like at first glance, it would be like, oh, well, this is all the things that Griffin wants, so it should be good, right? Except, it's not. First of all, biggest complaint, of course, no big titty anime boys. Where they at, Intelligent Systems? Not so intelligent anymore, huh? But, more importantly, the presentation seems to be more along the lines of what Shadows of Valentia was, not in terms of the character design and the art style. Those look gorgeous, but just like the thing they're going for with like the cutscenes and the music does not sound good. Like, the trailer music, you know, that can be one thing because, you know, it's a trailer music, you know, it's not necessarily representative of what the music in the game sounds like, but traditionally, music in Fire Emblem games is just incredible. Also, this speaking of music, this one's fading away, so let's find something else. Let's play some Fire Emblem music. Let's go find some of that. Hold on now. This one's alright, right? This one's good. It's a little spooky, but okay. So yeah, as an example. No, Fire Emblem music is usually so good, but it just, like, the trailer music was like this weird fucking anime drum step, and I couldn't fucking take it seriously, and I'm like, even if that's not necessarily representative of the music in the game, it's like, its presence alone kind of says who it's for, and it doesn't seem like it's for me. You know, I'm looking at the trailer and I feel like I'm watching an AMV. You know what I mean? And as far as, so that's the music, but as far as the cutscene goes for me, or at least what we saw, that is 100% Shadows of Valentia. There's a couple parts where people were like, lol, frame rate, but what they're actually looking at is an intentional design choice, where they slowed down the frame rate of the pre-rendered cutscenes to make it look more like hand-drawn. But it doesn't look good because they're bad at it. No, though, a similar technique was done in the anime short that they did back when Star Fox Zero came out. There was like a promotional, like, 10-minute short And the animation style in that did a similar thing where it was, 3D models, but like with a lot of shaders and the frame rate slowed down to create the illusion of hand-drawn animation, right? But the way that they went about it is, good. I want to say it's how the camera is handled and how the actual poses on each frame that they're choosing to like stretch out for longer periods rather than having a much more in between. So comparing those two, what can be done to have those cutscenes achieve the same effect that those Star Fox Zero shorts did? I think it's the posing. I think it's the camera. I think if you go back to that short and look at like some of the more action-focused sequences, the frame rate does like speed up a little bit because when you have like rapidly moving cameras and you're zooming through this environment, then it's gonna start to feel like a little disorienting if the frame rate is really choppy. And you can definitely see that happening in the Fire Emblem trailer because they didn't do what Star Fox did. They didn't fix that issue, so it looks like garbage. And again, the posing isn't good. Which is really disappointing, honestly, because from what we saw of Fates and Awakening, those cutscenes were gorgeous! I love that they were, for one, at an actual frame rate compared to Shadows of Valentia. I don't know. I really didn't like that whole style, and it's a shame to see that they're sticking with that, especially because those moments are usually meant to be like just like these spectacles, something that you're really supposed to be like rewarded with, or something like really big and exciting that you look forward to. But then you see it, and it's like, oh well, this is janky. Oh shit! Hey Femi, thank you very much for resubscribing. Did I miss anything? I'm talking about E3 for a little bit, maybe like 10 minutes. I don't know. No, I'm just talking about Fire Emblem and how I don't like certain aspects of it. What I also said earlier, is that one thing that I really wanted was a cute twink protagonist, so there could be a bunch of big buff characters to beat them up. Like there was in Fates, but not seeing much of that so far. Setting the titties aside, as hard as that is to do, there weren't really any characters that really stood out to me. There's the one Edgelord, Edgelord. She looks fucking cool, but she ain't a big titty anime boy. So get on it, Intelligent Systems. But I'm sure we'll see more of it as time goes on. I mean, it has been delayed to spring 2019. Maybe they're taking that extra time to really sculpt, the perfect titties for an unknown character. So that was Fire Emblem. Microsoft had a pretty good showing this year. I think in terms of, quantity and variety, well, not necessarily variety, a lot of those games are just like shooters. But, they had a big showing, to say the least. The Cuphead DLC looks good. I don't know how to feel about the whole, we're buying a bunch of studios, so now we'll have games, I promise, guys. Because that can be either a really good decision, or it'll mean we're gonna get 5 more Rarewares. But I hope the best for them, because they certainly haven't been doing the best up until recently. But it does seem to at least show or communicate that they're trying. So that's, again, we'll have to see how that unfolds. No Star Fox project by Retro Studios. I was really thinking that we were going to see anything from that. Even if not Star Fox, at least what Retro Studios was working on, but neither, actually. I was like, everybody was, corroborating that one, and it really seemed like it was going to be the case, but I guess not. Either that, or it's just releasing later in 2019, and that's why they didn't want to talk about it, because, they're focusing on late 2018, early 2019 titles for their E3 conference. But, yeah. Ultimately, as far as, variety goes, even though Sony and Nintendo didn't bring much this year, it was a smaller amount of what we saw, but I liked the things that we did see. Smash and Death Stranding, again, look fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how both of those projects come along. Looking at FE characters for each house, and Claude has potential. Are we talking about the blonde one, or the other one? Or the yellow one? I guess blonde and yellow is the same thing, but they're color-coded. Edgelord is red, there's the blonde blue one, and then the yellow one. The yellow boy? Okay. He's alright, but he ain't got the titties! I don't know. The pro tags certainly no Corrin, and that's a little disappointing to see. He's alright, he's not bad. But he's no Corrin. And it's a high bar to set, so... Wait, red is Edge? I think so, yeah? I'd have to go back and rewatch it, but I think that's the color coding. Yeah, but he tiny with earring and braid. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of then. He is certainly better than the blonde one, but again, he's no Keaton. So where are my ships, intelligent system? Fucking bring it. Oh. I don't know. We only saw like a small handful of characters. Red is the girl, but is she Edge? Oh, I don't know. Her name is like Edelgard, but it looks like a garbled version of version of Edgelord. So that's just what I say. But yeah, what else did we see? Ubisoft. Yeah, that's what we saw for as far as Star Fox at E3 goes. That was cool to see Fox again. Too bad it's not in a game that I'll ever play. But it'll be interesting to see where Ubisoft's and Nintendo's relationship continues to go, considering that they keep doing stuff like this. You know, we got Mario and Rabbids, you got Star Fox, and I already fucking forgot the name of the game that he's in. But, you know, what do you think they'll do next in terms of those crossover things, or in terms of Ubisoft developing Nintendo IP? I think, as far as that relationship goes, maybe we can even see something like along the lines of what Nintendo and Namco's relationship was during the GameCube era, or what their relationship continues to be into the modern era, because Namco still works with Nintendo on, you know, Pokken and Smash and all that. So, but in terms of, like, who knows? Maybe, yeah, it's called Starlink. You're right, Funky Rock. Hey, we're talking about post-E3 thoughts. But I think, or at least I hope maybe, that this relationship could eventually lead to, like, seeing an Ubisoft-developed Nintendo IP, you know? I think that would be really interesting to see. Or not, because those games can be really hit and miss. Sorry, Ubisoft. I think Ubisoft is going to start picking up some of the lesser-used franchises. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see, too. Or even, like, having Ubisoft go in, like, a really different direction with an existing IP. Or maybe just, like, a new exclusive IP on Nintendo Switch, you know? Like, it's Ubisoft doing their own thing, but, you know, as just, like, a Switch exclusive. That can be interesting to see as well. Making some not super large scale, but not, like, small eShop projects. Yeah, I'd love to see that. And it is Ubisoft, so, you know, probably physical release anyway. Who knows, though? Who knows? Ubisoft was definitely setting out to make exclusives for the Wii U, and that did not work out well for them. And that was not even necessarily a relationship between Nintendo and Ubisoft that existed at the time. It's just like, well, our games do well on Wii, we'll make games for Wii U, I guess. But then that didn't go well, so who knows if they're really going to try going that far again. But I really would like to see them do it, because I think if they did it with this generation and with this set of circumstances, they could really pull off something really interesting. Yeah, that's a really interesting idea, and again, especially with smaller IP, who knows?
Yo, when's Ubisoft making the next Fire Emblem?
Not a lot was talked about during the Nintendo E3. For sure. Hollow Knight is out. And Nogami showed up during the Splatoon Championship and said the Octo DLC is out now, which it is, so I'm playing that later tonight. That looks cool. I've been going on Twitter, I'm like, uh-oh, spoilers, guess I can't fucking do anything for the next couple hours. But yeah, I don't think I've been spoiled on much, just like the odd screenshot or talking about lore. But, you know, spoilers are out there, so I'm going to try to play this as soon as I can and get that out of the way so I don't see anything. It's wild that Just Dance 2018 is still on Wii. Yeah. Wait, Just Dance is still coming out for the Wii? Yeah. You'll notice that a lot, actually. I think even like FIFA 17 or FIFA 16 or something like that was actually released for the PS2 along with every other version. That just kind of happens with older systems that have like a really wide reach and you know, are up there amongst the best-selling consoles. Is that they'll endure for a really long time, even after first-party support is dropped, even after they stop manufacturing those systems. You'll still see a couple developers making games for it because the audience is just that wide, and development, more often than not, is just that cheap that they can get away with doing that. Yeah.
When is Nintendo announcing the Wii 2?
There's like a game I think Ubisoft made for specifically the Wii U that they never released because the Wii U never took off. It was done in everything. Yeah, I think it was Liam Robertson that actually did a video on that. If you don't know what that game was, he actually like talked with like some Ubisoft devs, and we can like see what the prototype looked like, and what the game actually was. If you haven't seen that video, highly recommend it. But basically, it's like a party game where you use the Wii U gamepad camera to take a picture of each player's face, and then they go on like these little cardboard cutout kind of things, and it's kind of like a party quiz game where it's like I think it was called Know Your Friends, but you had to answer questions about like how well you knew your friends. So it's like, oh well, what would so and so do if they needed to get milk? I don't know. That's a poor example. And then occasionally would throw in like, hey, what would so and so vote for, or what would so and so be like around one of those people? I don't know. Kind of like a Jackbox Party Pack style game. Yeah, absolutely. That's along the lines of what it was then. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Jackbox can steal that idea and get away with it. Yeah, though. But again, they never released it because the Wii U performed so poorly. But the Switch is, you know, games or not, it's in a good position. So I think stuff like that we can expect to see do well, at least, if it does happen at all. Speaking of which, a Jackbox Party Pack stream would be fantastic. Agreed? But those games are expensive. I mean, again, if anyone wants to donate games to this stream, hit me up. Because, please. Yeah, though, there's like a lot of Jackbox games, aren't there? Aren't there on like 5 now? Which one would you suggest if I were to stream a Jackbox Party Pack? I know Mike does 3 a lot, but like, what other versions would you recommend? Because I honestly know very little about like the whole overall list of Jackbox games. Which ones are better than the others in terms of, you know, what's got the best collection? Although as far as Mike's stream goes, 3 does seem pretty alright. 4 is pretty good. I'll look into it on my own time, and also when I have money. But yeah, I'd say the one with the T-shirt is my fave. Yeah, that's 3. I don't know if 4 has that. That would be great. But yeah, I think that pretty much concludes what I have to say about E3. I liked it, and I'm excited to see where these projects go in the future, be it early 2018, although we're mid-2018 now, so I guess late 2018, and then early 2019. And hey, we didn't see Yoshi. Where's Yoshi? Come on, Nintendo. Where's Yoshi? So yeah, coming up next, another thing that's been in the works, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. So with that, please hold.